Hello there, SAO survivors! I'm back on my swivelly chair, and welcome back to a This Week in SAO special, a TWiS special for Art Online Alicization Lycoris, the second paid DLC that has been revealed to have the title of Matricaria, which is also known as Mayweed. Now, you're gonna have to excuse me if I'm not as thrilled as I usually am for some other reveals. That's not necessarily because of the shitty construction going on that's right next doors that prevents me from properly recording stuff. But in relation to this video, well, yesterday's news, they were a bit of a letdown, to say the least. We had the title reveal, we have a small mysterious preview, we had the key visual, we had the new character reveal, and we had a scene preview, all of which we're gonna cover in this little TWiS special. But overall, the entire stream felt seemingly less about actually informing people and more about actually having to do a stream as if they were mandated, haphazardly creating the stream, you know, getting someone to actually present it. Futami was there, as well as the Medina cosplayer. We had a whole lot of technical issues, especially at the beginning of the stream, and well, they absolutely showed the bare minimum. It really felt like it was more about, okay, we had to delay this thing, now you have to actually say something for people to not freak out, rather than, you know, being excited. It was incredibly unceremonious compared to other Alicization Lycoris or any other SAO streams that we have on Beater's Cafe. It was quite a bizarre adventure to go through. But yeah, as mentioned at the beginning, the second paid DLC, which is covered by your Deluxe Pass, this is your second DLC of the Deluxe Pass, so the final one, is titled Matricaria, which again stands for Mayweed in plain English. The English title, seemingly according to the registries, is going to be Blooming of Matricaria rather than Blooming of Mayweed, potentially because it has the word weed in it. And Bandai Namco was like, nah, we're not having the weed in the title, let's just go with Matricaria this time around, compared to the fact that they have changed Myosotis into Forget-Me-Not in the first DLC title. Completely besides the point. The little preview we had is from the perspective of the new character of this DLC. He's called Rogu in Kana, which is either going to be Log or Rog. I am going with Log personally, especially considering one prominent theory that has sprawled out of this is that it may end up being the embodiment of the Giga Seeder itself, because he certainly seems to have memories of Kirito, Yujo, and Alice as kids, the entire Rulit trio, whereas the trio themselves do not seem to have the memories of this new person, so it may actually be Log, you know, quite the literal name, the Log of the Giga Seeder turned into a person. But yeah, going through the preview that we have translated yesterday, he really seems to be asking to have the attention of Kirito or the entire Rulit trio. The preview was really focused on Kirito specifically, but it may just be all three of them. We are not exactly sure yet. He's all like, you know, give me your gaze, give me your attention, just pay me some attention, acknowledge me, and those kinds of stuff. But yeah, it's interesting that for the supposed final chapter of Alicization Lycoris and the gameverse itself, they are seemingly going for a new original character rather than utilizing Medina again. But then again, Medina has not been the most popular gameverse original character so far, so it's not exactly surprising. They just want to shove her aside and try to bring up a character that people may enjoy having around. Of course, we're gonna see if we're gonna enjoy having Mr. Log around once the DLC actually releases. Now, the key visual, of course, features the four main characters, the fourth one being Log-kun being added into the Rulit trio, and Asuna on one side, Cardinal on the other. To understand the context, we are just going with the synopsis itself. To protect this virtual underworld, to prevent the upcoming future of collapse. We've been gathering our strength. We have Kirito's sword that can connect minds. Not just Kirito's, we have everyone's new powers, which is of course referring to the newly generated divine objects throughout the Ancient Apostles as well as the Myosotis DLC. No matter what hardships we face, we can get through them. The final stress test countermeasure conference with Cardinal in charge has begun. However, the bell of ruin suddenly echoes. Large-scale destruction, divine weapon refactoring activation is declared. the curtain has opened for the battle that will shake the human empire, the 100-Day War. 100 days left until the destruction of the human empire. Now, this entire DLC is going to take place before an eventual War of Underworld, before the final stress test itself. It begins during a conference regarding the final stress test with Karnal and everyone else, and then all hell breaks loose. It is 100 days until the final stress test from the looks of it, and they are dubbing this the 100-Day War, which if we're not gonna get a War of Underworld DLC at all, if we are going with the assumption that this is indeed the final DLC, you know, they are trying to create some final climactic event, a 100-Day War. Sure, I mean, we expected a Battle of Underworld for this DLC, a smaller scale War of Underworld, but anything will do, I guess. As for our new character, Mr. Lokkun right here, he is a boy who's got distinctive eye patch on his right eye. Even though he is a human being, he is simple-minded, his words and actions are rough. He seems to have known Kirito, Yuji and Alice since a long time ago. Now, of course, it's interesting that they have to emphasize that he's a human being, because, you know, that goes into the theory that he is the embodiment of Giga Cedar, as well as having the memories of Kirito, Yuji and Alice since a long time ago. As we have seen in the trailer, he does remember the Roulette Trio as kids. And his combat style is to fight like a beast using a large shield and one-handed axe. And yes, you have heard that right, he is using an axe and a shield, which is our new weapon type for Alicization Lycoris MATRICARIA DLC. Going into the weapon description itself, it's a new weapon type that can be equipped by Kirito and Log only. From the looks of it, no one else is going to be able to use it, so you can't customize any other characters according to it. It has both the role of a tank, which gathers enemies' hate, so aggro, and defend against attacks, and the role of an attacker, which overpowers the enemy with enhanced firepower based on the gathered hate. So basically, as a tank, you're basically gathering the aggro, you know, grab the enemy's attention onto yourself, and the more aggro value that you have, the higher your attacks are going to be unleashed accordingly. We have also seen a small preview of this thing in action. You can watch it right now, it's overlaid onto myself. The last bit of the description is, despite its appearance, it can also be used for violently quick general attacks. But that's literally all we had in this reveal stream, I guess. They did nothing but reveal the absolute basics. You know, it's always nice that we are getting a new weapon type. Some people are going to have some fun with it. I still haven't tried spears myself that were introduced a couple updates ago at this point. There was absolutely nothing said about the Gameverse heroines incoming. The final two batches, the ones from Hollow Realization, as well as Fatal Bullet, nothing was said about them so far. The plot is kept quite mysterious with the absolute bare minimum. They haven't shown a trailer, an actual trailer, you know, the preview they showed was more of a mystery again, a reveal. Interesting, after such a long time of absolute nothingness, getting so little. And again, it's supposed to be coming in summer 2022. It was delayed from spring, of course, and no date either. Not even a month mention. It feels like, as mentioned at the beginning, the entire stream felt like this was specifically mandated by Bandai Namco themselves to be able to say something to all those people who had purchased the Deluxe Edition Pass and are still waiting for the DLC. You know, less about informing, more about red tape, it really felt like. Especially the technical issues at the beginning of the stream, they were quite funny, but quite telling as well. Again, nothing else I can say on the matter. That's pretty much it. Hopefully the Anime Expo on Friday with the Skirts of Deep Night movie news, it is going to be able to, you know, hype us up a bit more than this one, because this wasn't a good experience in my opinion. That's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much to all my patrons and channel members as well. As usual, Hisui and Gishimenas for translating our previews. We will actually share the scene preview translation later today as well. I decided to prioritize this video first to get it out of the way. But yeah, until next time, until Friday's Anime Expo coverage, so subscribe for that. I'll see you all guys over there. Until then, stay cool.